How has the stream not even started yet, and my chat is talking about a union for my mods, healthcare, and a potential revolution to overthrow me? What did I do wrong? My mic is off? Wait, my mic is off? What do you mean? It's on! Wait, mic is on? Oh. Don't scare me like that! Ah! The revolution's already started! Ah! I just inherently believe everybody. Hi, everybody. Hello. We won't overthrow you, we'll keep you in the basement and force you to make content. Like I don't already do that, just on a third floor instead of a basement. It's just a basement up some stairs. Do your mods have dental? No, none of my mods actually have teeth. They all wear dentures, which are not covered by dental. Yo, what's up, Olive, Ogre, Gabe, K, Huvo, Ram, Zan, PH, Elrian, Olardell. This is my first time catching a stream. It's such a shame his mic isn't. Ah, darn it. Oh, man. Now I believe you that my mic is off. I'll look like a fool again. Why did the music stop? Why did the music just stop? Go? There we go. Okay. Oh, what am I drinking, Ka? Oh, man. I'm going hard today. We're drinking lemonade. Can't slow me down. The third floor is just a basement up the stairs. When will I cover the rest of Book of the Dead? I don't know. I feel like I've covered most of the things I want to out of that book. Like, I guess I could still cover the archetypes of, like Lich and Ghost and stuff. But I'm really not a... I don't know. I'll get to them eventually. It's not anywhere on my near to-do. Like... Book of the Dead is cool. What it does well, it does really well. Overall, it's not my favorite supplement. So, Ram, I believe I know what your question is already. I don't think I do. I don't. Should I? Lemonade on the rocks. Yes, wait, I'll take a lemonade on the rocks. Make it a double. Gotta learn about the benefits of your day job. Yo, see you later, Olardell. Thanks for hanging out. What is your least favorite class in the... You're going to start me off on this difficult of one? Oh, God. You're going to start me off with least favorite class. I think it has to be Witch. It's unfortunate, but I think it has to be Witch because Witch doesn't do enough dirt. Eleanor... Yo, Jonathan, thank you for the $1 tip. I'll read that in a second. I don't know why it didn't voice to chat and it had the default sound. I'll have to look into that. I think it's Witch. I think it's going to be Witch. I don't think Witch needs a buff. I just think Witch needs more going for it. Like, I don't think Witch does enough different than the Wizard. Like, yeah, it gets a familiar and some unique focus spells. That's about it. It feels like a class archetype. So, I'm sorry. That's my answer. What was that, Jonathan? In my new game started yesterday with my old students, we decided on a flavor homebrew. Hero points are instead friendship points, and you describe how your true friendship helps. That's really cute. Because it's not about the treasure. It's about the friendship points we made along the way. And how many nat 1s it did change and just kept being nat 1s. Animal Companions 3... Did I do Animal Companions 1 and 2? / Animal Companion tier list. I don't know if I have enough information to do an Animal Companion tier list. Overall, they're all viable. I guess I could do a tier list of the support benefits. But more often than not, Animal Companion is about flavor. Not like power. They're all really, really, really equally balanced. Yo, Osmium Nerd, thank you for the $5. Ogre Poker with the $20 tip. You do you, boo-boo. Thank you, Ogre Poker. Me doing me is what I'm best at, so thank you. Osmium Nerd, have you ever looked at Hellnight Order of the Pyre boons? You should look at them and react and make a reaction face. Hellnight, Order of the Pyre Boons. What? Order of the Pyre. That's first edition. Order of the Pyre. Righteous Resistance. You can cast Resist Energy twice a day as a divine innate spell, only on yourself. If you grant resistance to fire damage, the resistance is equal to either the spell's level or yours, whichever is higher. Okay. Spiritual Disruption. 2 actions. You channel disruptive power that severs a foe's spiritual connection to their heretical magic. Make a strike. If it hits, anytime that the target attempts to cast a divine or occult spell, it is disrupted unless they succeed a DC 5 check. So it's stupefied. It's just stupefied. Should I be reacting to this? Should I be like super over the top with this? That's just like, it's just stupefied. Like, stupefied already has the DC to lose a spell. That doesn't seem that great. Yo, you're totally good, Salami. You're totally good. Great to see you. Is Starfinder hard to learn, or is it comparable to Pathfinder? If you know Pathfinder 1st edition, you know how to play Starfinder. If you only know how to play 2nd edition, it is a different game. Starfinder is very, very similar to Pathfinder 1st edition with a few small differences, but it is nothing like 2nd edition. Would you recommend Pathfinder 2e to me, a person that has only played D&D 5e? Yes, if you are looking for a little bit more crunch. If you're looking for a little bit more character diversity in creations and leveling up, rather than sort of just picking predetermined paths, I think you will greatly enjoy Pathfinder 2e. If you only play tabletop role-playing games strictly for the roleplay, and the combat and mechanics are very, very secondary or tertiary, I don't think you'll like it that much more than D&D 5e. I think we'll get Starfinder 2e someday, maybe in like a decade. I don't think it's anytime soon. Eric, thank you for subscribing. Eric, I've seen you in the stream for like the past 6 months. You weren't subscribed? Hello? How do you handle uncommon item availability in shops? If it would make sense for it to be in the shop, it's in the shop. What that means is going to differ from GM to GM. You know, if it's an uncommon... Let's say it's I'll just make up an item. It's called, let's say, cactus juice. And upon imbibing the cactus juice, the imbiber experiences severe hallucinations. Well, if they're shopping at, like, a market in the deserts of Qadira, they'll probably have cactus juice. If they're in the frozen north realm of the Mammoth Lords, probably not going to have cactus juice. Are there any third-party classes you want to use for your games or allow in your games? I have been so wrapped up in first-party content and my own third-party content, I have not had much time to look at third-party content. Legendary Games Medium, which sponsored last week's video, or this week's video, super cool, super awesome, a really cool take on occult spellcasting that uses ghosts, which I like. Overall, our 2 new classes that are coming out in Sinclair's, Shaman and Thanator, look awesome. I don't know if they're my specific class fantasy, but they are going to be new class fantasies that don't currently exist. And I will allow most things in my games. Like, unless I can tell the player is just trying to power game, I'm fine with allowing it. You know, I'm not a super strict GM. What's your favorite ice cream? Yo, hold up. We got a big deal here. We got Dragon Master repping that YouTube membership badge with the green name. That is the first YouTube member I've ever seen in stream chat, and that is gorgeous. Hello, Dragon Master. You're looking good. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Probably, it's rare to find, but like a chocolate pretzel ice cream. Like, there are ice creams out there, usually gas stations have them, weirdly enough, where it's like a vanilla ice cream with, like, chocolate-covered pretzels. Did I say pretzel before? I hope I said pretzel before. But yeah, like, vanilla ice cream with chocolate-covered pretzels. Yo, Valhalla Fame jumping in as a level 5 member. Welcome. Congrats on your level up. Hold on. I need to get some, like, clever line. You know, one of my favorite things whenever I watch streams is whenever someone subscribes, like, on Twitch, and the streamer, like, has something cool to say. Like, happy to get the ASI, let's go. Like I think Pro Jared says, like, button up your blue shirt and enjoy your perks, and I love that. There's just something so satisfying. But yeah, I don't know. Cherries, I don't like cherry ice cream. Cherry anything is not great to me. Wait, where's the like button? I'm full screen on mobile with live chat up. I think you'd have to exit full screen, Anonymous. What ancestry would you like to see added to PF2? You would like satyrs or minotaur? Well, Dragon Master, I'm just saying that, I'm just saying. Sinclair's Library, you might enjoy it, you know? I'm just gonna, you know... Sinclair's Library has some cool stuff coming, and, like, it may or may not be a pretty cool ancestry that some people have been wanting to see in Pathfinder. We've already shown this off, so here, can I fit this to screen? I love showing this off. I love our super cute Minotaur lady. Fit to screen. There she is. There she is! Look at that Minotaur lady. Yeah, no, we are adding, so... This is technically not a Minotaur. We are adding, I don't think they're just called bovines. I can't forget the actual name of the ancestry, but Minotaur is a heritage. Minotaur is one heritage of this ancestry. We're taking inspiration from, like, bovines across the world. So there's going to be one of the heritages that's more like a yak, one heritage that's more like a buffalo, and stuff like that. So, yeah. Yeah, big bovine mama here. I love her little flowers on her armor. She's so cute. Bovian, not bovine. Bovian, that's it. She's very foofy. She's so foofy. Yo, we got Roofy jumping in at level 1. Congrats on your level up. Oh, man. Yo, rock. Thank you so much, new members. But I need something. I need something like I like congrats on your level up. And I really like enjoy your ASI on the level 5 and level 10. I think that's really cute. But you don't get an ASI at level 1. Oh, sorry, Voices of Chaos. I totally missed you. Thank you for the $1. I'm adapting PF2 to a certain IP. Any advice on that kind of macro level homebrew? Like, it's tough. But, like, if you're gonna make it over, you know, if your IP is Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings or The Boys or whatever, just steal as much as you want. You know, if you're not posting this to be public, so never be afraid of stealing something. If this is just for your own personal table, don't worry about perfect balance. You know, there's a lot of fun to be had with characters who are stupid overpowered, even if it's by accident. Our GM stupidly gave our rogue. All right, let me paint y'all a picture here. In a campaign that I'm in, Devils and Dice, which you can actually find if you look up tabletop discussion and discourse on YouTube. You can actually find the entire Devils and Dice playlist. Our rogue has the ability to teleport to shadows. He also has a special pebble that when he throws it, casts a large shadow. Now, for no resource, he can throw the pebble and teleport to it and catch it. Over and over and over and over and over again. It's insane. Introduce your new character for level 1. Expert proficiency. Rolling a class. Ooh! I will think about that, Valhalla. That'd be a fun little bot. The music is getting really loud. That would be a fun little way to integrate the bot. Is whenever someone joined as a new member, it rolled up a class for them. That'd be cute. That rogue needs a slingshot. Thanks for joining my party. That's cute. That's really cute, actually. New member of the party. I might change the bot to say that as well. Is a new member of the party. How's your D&D campaign going where you can buy every item in any official book? I left that campaign. I left that campaign about 4 months ago. It was a little bit rough. I had too many campaigns, and I still do. But for the sake of mental health, I had to leave that one. Frighten says you take a status penalty equal to the value of all your checks. Does this affect the target's armor class? Yes, it does, Joe. Armor class is a DC. Frightened is one of the best conditions in the game. If you don't know what you're going to do on your turn, rolling Demoralize is one of the strongest things you can do. Have you peeked at the Eldamon playtest yet? I have not seen the playtest. No, I've gotten the like long and short of it from Steven and Mark because they're awesome. And so I know what it's gonna be like, but like I have not seen the official playtest. No. Yo, what's up, Fatson? Bonus if the bot can randomly roll an ancestry and background too. Oh god, that's asking a lot. I'm so bad with tech like that. Yeah, frightened and no, it's okay. Frightened and sickened don't stack. Because I believe they're both circumstance. Or they're either both circumstance or both status. Frightened is status penalty. Sickened is status penalty. Yeah, they don't stack, unfortunately, because they're both status penalties. Did you read the Pai-zo blog about Kineticist playtest and what do you think? No, I didn't. Did they post a new one about the Kineticist? Yo, Anima, thank you for the $5. Finally caught you during a live stream. You said on live stream semi-jokingly that you have a relative who works at Pai-zo. Is Jason Bullman your dad? Yes. I think it's time I finally come out and say this. It's very important to know. Jason Bullman is indeed my father, and he will deny it tooth, claw, and nail. But someday he'll accept me as his son, even though he has so far rejected me. And I'm trying not to let it hurt me on an emotional level, but it does. You know, it hurts, but maybe someday my father will love me. If you have a status penalty and a status bonus, what happens? They are separate. Bonuses only don't stack with other bonuses, and penalties don't stack with other penalties. But if you have a +1 bonus and a -2 penalty, those go together, so that's a -1 total. Penalties and bonuses are separate. Yeah, well, my uncle works at Nintendo. When will the Sinclair's Library playtest be coming out? The first one should be coming out super soon. Honestly, I keep getting teased with it by our creative director. Like, it's almost done. It's almost done. It's almost done. And I'm like, just give it to me. I want to talk about it. Kineticist analysis reaction. Kineticist, very flavorful, not very strong. I should probably still make a video on the playtest. I know it'd be like 2 months too late, but I think people would still want to see it. So I'll probably make a video about the Kineticist soon. What are your opinions on the second edition of Kingmaker? It looks awesome. I love that they're going so heavy with the companion guide, the bestiary, and everything. I will have to withhold any further judgments, though, because I'm joining a Kingmaker campaign as a player, and I'm freaking hyped for it. I think Kineticist should have burn as well. Best and worst subsystem in Pathfinder 2. Subsystem, not variant rule. Subsystem. I don't use a lot of subsystems. I'll just come out and say the worst subsystem is the like mood, or like the character's detriment towards the party. Not detriment. How the character feels, you know, from like helpful, you know, good, neutral, bad, hostile. I hate that. I hate that so much. It takes me out of the roleplay. I've never used it once. I think it's incredibly stupid. Personally, if you like it, I shouldn't call things like that stupid because someone's gonna take that like badly, but I don't enjoy them. I think they are not necessary at my table, but some tables might find them better. Best subsystem? I'm gonna cheat. I know you said subsystem, but I'm just gonna say free archetype. Demeanor! Thank you, Jonathan. I love the Kingmaker story. I actually ran a Pathfinder 1st Edition one a few years back. Nice. I know a lot of people who ran 1st Edition Kingmaker, especially with the video game that came out. Do you think they will ever clarify animal companion rules? What do you mean, Sean? Animal companions are pretty clear. What do you think is the weirdest class or ancestry? Weirdest, not necessarily worst or anything like that. The weirdest is probably the Poppet. I love it. I love weird, but I will say the Poppet is probably the weirdest ancestry. Weirdest class, once again, probably the Witch. Because the Witch is, they get their magic so weird. The Witch, fun fact, I don't know if you all realize this, the Witch does not know magic. Do you realize that? The Witch themselves does not know any magic. The Witch's familiar gets magic from the Witch's patron, who it then temporarily grants the ability to cast that magic to the Witch. So the familiar gets the magic from the patron, who gives it to the Witch. It's so weird once you actually think about it. It's basically a warlock, yeah. But, like, it's a warlock with an extra step. It's a warlock who needs to get it through a familiar. Any advice for first PF2 game for a DM coming from 40 years of D&D? Don't stress the rules. Like, if you're in the middle of something and you can't find an answer, write it down, look it up after the game. Don't let the rules slow down your session more than they need to. You know, like, obviously learn how attack rolls and saving throws work, but beyond the basics, if you don't know how to high jump, don't let a high jump ruin your game. Just roll athletics and run with it. Run. Athletics. Did Sean ever follow up on that? Did Sean ever follow up on Animal Companions? I missed it. Do you think you'll ever clarify Animal Companions? I don't know if I ever heard a second half to that. Oh well. I have a level 9 Witched free archetype game with relics. Oh, relics are so cool. Relics are so underrated. I love them. They have an arcane sugar daddy. Yeah. Something about the Shuni rubs me the wrong way. I like the Shuni. Shuni's... Oh, Valhalla, you want to see something that's, like, gonna rub you the wrong way. That's a weird sentence. Don't take that out of context. There it is. How many of y'all have ever heard of Pugmire? I backed this like 6 years ago. And it's D&D with dogs. It's straight up D&D with dogs. And it's so cool. I've never played it. I've always wanted to. I have never played Pugmire. Dungeons and dogs. It comes with a bestiary, I think. Where's the Great Cat Conspiracy? It's an adventure. Do they have monsters? They should have monsters in here, right? Yeah! Oh, look at the cat necromancer! Look at that! The art is so cool! Oh my god, look at that. It's like raising dead rats. Oh, it's gorgeous. Like, this game is so well crafted. Holy cow. The nefarious necromancer. Oh, I want to play it so bad. I would love to try it sometime. It's like, this is the whole rulebook. It's not that big. I wish it was called a Necromancer, Wilkman. I wish it was. What I do love about this is they've redone classes and stuff. So you have a class and like a race, but they're callings and what is it? It's callings and not backgrounds. Callings and breeds. Yeah, your calling is your class and your breed is your race. So, you know, artisans are like your wizards right there. Your artisans. But your breeds are like your workers, which are like your Malamutes and your Huskies, or Mutts, which are a little bit of everything. It's so cute. I want to play it so bad. That'd be a fun one-shot. I have missed some donations here. Jonathan, Animal Companions are truly all about flavor, especially with that cool chef-focused alchemist some weirdo made. Yeah, no, Animal Companions are very flavorful. I love them. They're definitely different, but not different enough, I don't think. What advice would you give someone running PF2 in person for the first time, been running online for the last 2 years, and about to start an in-person campaign, but I'm scared to not have my old pal Foundry? Trust in yourself. If you've been playing for 2 years, even if you don't have Foundry there to do all the math for you, you'd be surprised how much you absorb just by witnessing it. You know, it'll be a little slower. I'm sure... Well, I think you'll also be surprised it won't be that much slower. It'll be slower for some reasons, but faster for others. Big one being... there's not going to be technical difficulties in person. You know, no one's internet is going to go out. You're not going to, you know, forget how to do a macro. Like, unless you're using digital character sheets, nothing can really go wrong in person, which I think is awesome. Plus, you're just going to get that human-to-human interaction, which is so missing in the past 2 years. Like, being in person, seeing somebody physically roll their dice and having it land on a 20 is so much cooler than going, oh, it's a 20. You know? Like, God. What if the power goes out? Even better, Olive! I have been dying to play D&D or Pathfinder in the dark with no power. That would be the most fun night of my life. Just nothing to do, nowhere to go, no internet, just nothing. Just grab some pieces of paper, write out a crude character sheet, and play. Oh, that'd be so fun. Will I ever do a video on the domain options for Cleric or even a two-parter? I think I did, Fandemonium. Let me... Like, a long time ago. Like, it's gonna be real cringe. Where is it? I think it's the domain spells. Yeah! Oh, God, that old thumbnail, too. There you go. Hopefully that link shows up in chat. I never know exactly when links do and don't show up. But yeah, that'll take you... What year was that video? That was... let me see.
Carolyn Levitt.
May 2020. Oh my god. Has it actually been that long? That's insane. Rolling in Gamers Plane takes the fun out of it too. Yeah, I agree. Hey Nonat, how are you doing today? Wanted to know if you're a Hollow Knight fan. If so, is a fan-made TTRPG? I want to like Hollow Knight, but it's too hard. I have not been in... Oh my god! Oh no! This video... Alright, I'll finish my thought. I am not a fan of Hollow Knight unless I'm in the mood for a difficult game. And over the last, 3 months, I've been so stressed with life, I have not wanted to play anything difficult. The only difficult games I played this year were Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3. And after playing those, I was like, I'm done. I don't want to play any more difficult games. I'm tired of trying too hard. But, y'all, you gotta see this. You gotta see... Let me switch over to Primary. Yo, thank you, Voices of Chaos. Oh, no, that's the old... Oh, it's gonna go through all of them again, really? Can I window capture? Let's window capture here. Oh man, y'all aren't ready for this. I want to do this for real at some point where I react to my own content. I think that would be really stupid fun. Y'all, are you prepared for this? Let's do this. Oh, not that one, not that one. Ah. Let's do this. This. And this. Beware. Let me go ahead and turn the music off. Alright, you're not ready for this.
Howdy. My name is Nonat, and welcome to the second installment of the Pathfinder Spellbook.
The old intro! The old intro!
Today is going to be part 1 of a 2-part entry? Basically, I'm going to be covering all of these spells available to first-level champions and clerics via their domain. These are the initial domain spells.
Initial domain spells? Graphic design is my passion.
As there are arcane cantrips.
Oh my god.
Into 2 separate parts, because along with there being more of them, they are more detailed. A lot less of them are just deal some damage, and a lot more of them are very specific effects, so they take a little bit longer to talk about.
I missed that shirt. I lost that shirt in the house fire. I miss it.
This with our first domain. The domain of air gives pushing gust, and right now it's worth stating that these spells
are
most
weaker.
of them are not great.
They're not good, honestly. Domain spells suck.
I'm open with you guys. This is my second time recording this, and the first time I recorded it, I was so overtly negative that it was the biggest...
I remember that. I remember recording that, and halfway through, I stopped. Because I was just crapping on every single one.
Bad parts of all of them, but I'm going to try to keep it a little more positive. So starting off with the domain of air, we have pushing
what
gust.
What is this just wasted space on the screen? It's a long freaking range. Can we just talk? Look, there's nothing up in the top left. I get what I was going for. I thought it was so cool. I was like, oh, it looks like I'm on a battle map. That's so tight and super unique and thematic. But there's nothing up there. There's nothing going on. Like, there was just so much dead space. And I think it's part of it was, like, the microphone I was using. But it felt like I wasn't as confident, which is weird. Because I had still had, like, years of experience behind me. Crapping on them more than for a Psychic Guide. Psychic Guide I crapped on because it was complicated. I almost thought I would have to re-record the Psychic Guide. I will say, there were multiple times that I was like, oh, this is not going well. But when I rewatched it back, it was fine, thankfully. Does Pai-zo ever allow third-party content in society play? Maybe authorized society. Like maybe they'll do some like Pathfinder Infinite stuff, but probably not. Yo, thank you, Ghoulish, for subscribing. Oh my god, this is hysterical. When did I actually start putting my face on videos? Like, when did I start using my face? Let's go to the oldest. And then we'll get back to the questions, I promise. This was my ninth video. Oh, this was my ninth video ever. Oh my god. And then, was this the first one with my face? Yo, Jeff, welcome to the party. Oh boy, an ad. Woo, Hero Wars, yay! Look at that Medusa. So,
Howdy. My name is Nonat.
What am I doing? Howdy. My name is... I think I remember. I think my girlfriend and roommate were both asleep. I think this was like 11 or midnight. Like, I think this was like super late at night, but I wanted to record it anyway. So I just had to do it really, really quiet. Howdy. My name is Nonat, and welcome to my video on arcane cantrips. Oh, also, ignore the fact that we're playing Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. That was prepared somewhere else. Oh my god. Let me...
And welcome to the first ever installment
I'm so quiet.
of the Pathfinder spellbook.
My eyes look great there. I'm not gonna lie. With the way my light was set up, my eyes look fantastic. I look so much less tired. Oh god, I kind of miss that old intro, straight up.
This is a sort of new series I'm going to be dubbing the Pathfinder spellbook.
So quiet.
What I'm doing is, each time I do one of these won't really be on a schedule like the guides.
These won't really be on
Whenever
like
I
a
do one of these,
schedule
I'm going
like
to
the
be looking
guides.
at one level of one tradition of magic, whether that be arcane, occult,
Oh no.
divine, primal. That's the one.
Talk faster.
And I know there might be new spells that come out when
So it's a lot of people when they first start making content. My dog gets very upset. A lot of people when they start making content talk really fast because they're really nervous and just want to get through it. I had the opposite. Look how long it's taking just to get into it.
completely subjective, and maybe your favorite spell in the spellbook will get a 1 star.
Why am I doing this?
Everyone has their opinion,
What is this?
even if it's wrong. All right,
Okay.
let's get started. We're gonna start off with the arcane.
Oh my god. All right. That's enough. We're done. All right. Back to whatever we were doing. I'm sorry. That was just so funny. Oh my god. Eventually, it's getting to the point where I could react to my old content. I think that'd be fun. How do you feel about the 2E kineticist? Love it, hate it, think it's so-so. I think it's great for flavor and roleplay. I think it falls off heavily in damage. It can't keep up with spellcasters or anybody. It's really rough in combat. Oh my god, Mr. Blawface. I never responded to your super chat. I'm so sorry. What do you do to create encounters and adventures? So fun fact, I do both of these at the same time. Often, so I'm very improv focused. I don't do a whole lot of prep. My prep is usually a couple of sentences and then maybe a little bit more like between sessions just for long form goals. But for an individual session of an adventure, I will typically say, okay, where are they? They're in the desert. Are they going to stay in the desert? Yes. What is a cool enemy that they could fight at their level in the desert? Oh, look, there's a giant scorpion. So let's say as they're going through the desert, they're going to encounter a small band of merchants being assaulted by a group of giant scorpions. They have their wagon surrounded. They are standing, like they're stuck on top of the wagon, and the players fight off the scorpions. Okay, so who are these merchants? What are they doing? Well, they're going to the town the players just came from, and they're delivering, let's say, a fresh shipment of oak wood from the next country over. Well, cool. They might pay the players for their assistance. I'll give them names on the spot, and that should be a good half session. Making their way down, taking the fight on. Maybe if I'm feeling really cool, I'll make this a full side quest. Oh, their child, their 12-year-old boy, when the scorpions attacked, ran off into the desert. Maybe the players can help find him. That's sort of how I go about it, is when I am prepping, I will typically start with an encounter I want to happen and go from there. And usually it's as easy as this happens. Oh, and then this can happen. Oh, and then this can happen. And I sometimes do that in the middle of sessions. They'll be in the middle of talking to somebody, and I'll be like, this would be cool. And all of a sudden, that character has a side quest, even though they didn't before. This is a very difficult way to DM. I don't recommend it for everybody. As a theater major in college, I've done improv since I was like 9 years old. It's definitely a learned skill. And you can learn it over time. As a DM, you kind of have to. But if you are newer to DMing or just not comfortable with improvising, I don't recommend that style. I like to keep mine about the same because my players are a bit too chaotic with some choices and may go on tangents on where to go. I love it. I like my players doing that, though. I don't mind. Like, I'll dangle the carrot in front of the donkey, but if the donkey turns around, that's fine. The donkey can go where the donkey pleases. Names on the spot, that's like God tier. God tier is actually the name of my elf ranger who runs the blacksmith shop. He used to be an adventurer, but he stopped when he turned about 78 years old, so he was still pretty young. He just didn't like the adventuring life. But he did learn that he enjoyed being a bowyer, and he figured, well, if I'm going to make bows, I can make any kind of weaponry and gear alongside of it. So I guess he's more of a carpenter than a blacksmith, but he does still sell the occasional dagger, short sword, maybe some scale mail. He never makes anything as heavy as, like, full plate, but God tier is he's a sharp shot, he runs a good place, and he's a nice, chaotic, neutral elf who's just sort of going his own way, doing his own thing. That's about how my NPCs come to life. I have no theater experience, but I do have about 7 years of DM experience. Yeah, over time, you just get better. Like anything in life, you just need to practice. I never hit the, boop. How would you fix the vampire archetype? I don't know. It's so bad. I guess give fangs with the dedication. Don't make you take a feat to get a bite attack and heal. I forget. I think that's like a level 4 feat, right? I forget. I just remember it was not good. Takes notes from the next blacksmith. Yo, Kay! Thank you for the 50... I definitely know what that is. Any chance we can get a Kineticist playtest analysis blog post read through on stream? They posted, just on Wednesday? Oh, that's tempting. If I'm going to do it on stream, I'm going to do it next week. Because at this point, it's so deep into the stream that most people won't know it's there. I'll probably make a video on it next week. That'll probably be a better way to do it. Never write anything down, always improv and hope you remember. Yeah, that's me. I rely on my players taking notes. What website do you recommend me to find a group? Unfortunately, I don't have much experience with finding groups. Everyone I've ever played with is either personal friends or like a podcast I'm guesting on. But the Nonat One's Discord server does have a looking for group channel. So if you want to join the Discord using the link in the description, you can hopefully try to find someone there. How do you decide to make a video on a particular subject of PF2? That is an interesting question, All-Star. And it is a lot harder than it sounds. In some cases, the answer is easy. If there is a new... Oh, thank you, McFadden, for the $10. Holy cow, I'll get to that in a minute. When it comes to making a video, I basically have to go down a list of what will perform the best. Obviously, the top one, is there a new class? Has there been a new class announcement, playtest, or release? If so, you make a video on that. Like, I regret making the Psychic guide so late. But I blame Pai-zo for that, for making the Psychic so heavy. Second, is there new content that every table will want to know about? Is there a new subsystem or a new variant rule or a new ancestry or monster or brand new rule that is going to affect 90% of all tables. Because the more tables that content affects, the better the video will perform. And from there, if none of the above exists, no new classes and no new universal content, it gets a little bit harder, and it'll often come down to whatever I feel like making. If I want something to do well, tier lists for the algorithm are a good way to do it, though they haven't been performing as well lately. And that's a whole other can of worms, is the channel is in a very weird flux right now. We're in the middle of Pathfinder's dead period. After Gen Con, the rest of the year is pretty much dead. There's no big releases, maybe some adventures, but there's no more big books being released for the rest of the year. The next big one is Treasure Vault, and that's in February. We're getting that. So until then, you don't have that much exciting to look for. And then after that, of course, we're going to get Rage of the Elements, and there's going to be stuff to talk about all about that. And then we'll hit the dead period again after Gen Con next year. Do you think the PF2 community player count is increasing or decreasing? I think it's increasing. I think it's hard to tell, because 1,000 new players a day is still nothing compared to D&D, which is, well, D&D's probably getting 1,000 new players a day. But, 50 new players a day is nothing compared to D&D getting 1,000 per day. So it's hard to see. I know. Sorry, McFatson's chill. McFatson's been around for probably over a year now, right, McFatson? You've been around for a long time. They know how I ramble. I always get back to it. What was I talking about? I lost myself. Yeah, so I'm in a weird flux. I think the channel, if it is going to continue growing, will need to expand. And the hard part of that is beating the algorithm. Right now, the YouTube algorithm knows you make Pathfinder content. If you put out Pathfinder content, we'll show it to your Pathfinder people. I'm like, cool. But there's a limit, and especially on YouTube, there's not a huge Pathfinder audience. Like, my biggest and best videos get 20,000 views, and that's for the class guides. The most important pieces of information are only getting 20,000 views. Andrew, that's sort of the hard part, is I have been trying to do some D&D stuff lately, but the algorithm, D&D and Pathfinder are so different in size and community that the YouTube algorithm doesn't recognize them as similar games, believe it or not. Believe it or not, Pathfinder and D&D do not have a lot of overlap on YouTube. It's really weird. It's really rough. So when I post a video about D&D, the algorithm doesn't know what to do with it. It tries to throw it up around what it thinks will watch it, but it's usually been failing. And I'm trying to reanalyze things. It might just be a brick wall I need to bash my head against until it works, where I have to teach the algorithm, yes, I do D&D and Pathfinder. Yes. But it's a lot, and it's like I'm still trying to learn myself. Okay, back to Super Chats. McFatson, gonna signal boost Anonymous and ask what you think about the Anadi. The Anadi are cool. The spiders, whose true form are spiders, but they look like cool South African people. Yeah, no, I love the Anadi. The Anadi are tight. I do forget they exist sometimes. I always think of them as like NPCs and stuff, but I never consider them when making a character. When like an Anadi wizard who like makes their own spellbook out of web or something would be super cool. I think you could have a lot of fun. They're one of the more creative ancestries. I just wish they were easier to remember. Fuzzy Wobbles, thank you for the $5 super chat. Dumb question. Is there a level 11 to 20 adventure located in Absalom? Are there any adventures located in Absalom? I think Extinction Curse goes to Absalom. But that might be it. Is Edgewatch Absalom? But Edgewatch is 1 to 10, right? Or 1 to 20? It's called Stolen Fate. Yeah, thank you for subbing, guys. Edgewatch. But Edgewatch is level 1, right? Pretty sure Edgewatch starts at level 1. Wait, it is 1 to 20? Yeah, so 11 to 20, no. But 1 to 20, yes. Just keep it going with buddy cop movie plots. Voice of Chaos, thank you for the $1. It feels like more and more YouTube videos are, we just switched from D&D to Pathfinder. I haven't seen any of those vids. I have not seen a single video about that. Where are you seeing videos? D&D to Pathfinder? 1 year ago, 2 years ago. This is this is not intentional at all. I just I need to save this. Where is it? XP to level 3 just posted a video like 20 minutes ago. And look, my video showed up right under his. Look at it. It's the same picture. It's the same. Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've seen some videos on that, but I'm not mistaken, it was a long time ago. Yeah, like Puff and Forest did one a long time ago. Obviously, there was Taking 20. Icarus Games recently switched because he likes it better. But overall, I have not seen anyone really switching. And that's part of just admit you're an XP to level 3 deepfake. I am actually Jacob. Yeah, I'm actually just Jacob with a filter. Icarus Games, yeah. Icarus Games has, but otherwise, I can't think of many. And that's part of the problem. And it's maybe a problem that I just need to try to fix myself by forcing it. The algorithm does not know that Pathfinder and D&D are the same type of game. So it does not recommend Pathfinder to D&D people. And maybe if I start making videos that talk about both, it could influence the algorithm. I've heard a lot of theory crafting about training the algorithm, and that sometimes on your channel, you need to devote time to training the algorithm. And maybe that's something I gotta do. Maybe I need to train the algorithm that D&D and Pathfinder are similar, and thus should be sent to similar people. Yo, thank you for the $1, Jonathan. I've seen several new channels like Pathfinders. I've never even heard of Pathfinder. I love the name. Pathfinders. Oh, 1,000 subs in three videos. Interesting. Huh? Who are these people? Like, I know that's not like oh, it's super viral. They broke the internet, but 3 videos to get 1,000 subs. Their first video got 20,000 views. Who are you? They have like nothing in their about page. It's apparently a brother and a sister who play. Who are you? Who are you people? Interesting. I'll have to look into them. Thank you. YouTube algorithm bottom confirmed. Did you say you need to train the algorithm? Yes. Yeah, nobody knows how the algorithm works. It's true. There are channels who are committed to it, and so I trust them more than like a random Joe Schmo. Like, don't take my word for things, but I'm saying what I have been told by channels who make their living talking about the algorithm. Would you try to encourage your players to improve and diversity, e.g. role-playing in combat, taking notes even though they are happy bashing monsters? If all of your players are happy bashing monsters and you're enjoying yourself as well, there's not really a need to change. It's a really tough like catch-22 of if you're already having fun, should you change something? You know? Like, sure, that change could let you have more fun, but it could also slow things down. Is it worth the change? I'd say it's worth trying it, but don't force it on your players, you know? If you have a player who doesn't want to roleplay, don't force them to roleplay. That'll make them uncomfortable, unhappy, and they will not like the rest of the experience. I found your channel with a video answer to some random D&D guy. True, and I think that's why that video did so well, is that video, the algorithm was instantly able to say, that's D&D. We know what that is. You're talking about it. Or Pathfinder or whatever. And because a D&D channel talked about Pathfinder, it helped. And I think that's the problem, is there are not really any D&D channels talking about Pathfinder. When Pathfinder talks about D&D, it helps, but only in one direction. If anything, that tells the algorithm, Pathfinder people care about D&D, but D&D people don't care about Pathfinder. D&D PF2 links, like the movie poster Abomination Vaults, yeah. Are there any other Pathfinder 2e content creators you would recommend? I wish there were more. There's me, Black Dragon Gaming, Rules Lawyer, How It's Played still posts some stuff. Deadly D8 posts occasionally. Bad Luck Gamer is going at it. He's hitting that grind. Local Disaster Tour Guide. Otherwise, like, there's not a lot out there. Beast Foundry. Beast Foundry is just starting up. Oh, did I just get another? I got another donation. Thank you, Voice of Chaos. I love your guides comparing the same class in 5e versus 2e. Please do more. I thought about it. I really thought about it. The hard part is that they don't perform as well. I really thought those would be the bridge. And maybe if I keep doing them, again, it'll train the algorithm. But for the amount of work they took, they didn't pull the numbers I was hoping. Those were some of the harder videos I had to put together because they require researching separate systems, scripting it all out, and the editing process was kind of grueling because I've had to just take so many different images and whatnot. Thank you, Anime Man, for $5. Any tips on how to get your players to calm down after the party's pet died? No, because you killed it, and you will suffer. GM. Don't kill animal companions. No, I'd say let them grieve, Like, let them mourn in character. Obviously, if they're bugging you as a person, and they're angry at you as a person for the pet dying, that's a bit much. But, yeah, let their characters grieve. Let their characters freak out, If your dog died, you're gonna be upset for a long time. Oh yeah, Gust as well. Gust, I don't know if someone mentioned Gust, but yeah, Gust is a good little meme channel. He's one of the only like strictly comedy channels around Pathfinder. I need to run to the bathroom because I've been drinking too much lemonade. So I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Gotta love going to pee and then 20 people leave the stream. Hey. All right, cool. A mystery of the algorithm oracle. Fun fact, the first video I saw of you was the Can We Talk About Actions video. And I think it was when I saw one on the diversity of actions as Pathfinder. Yeah, I don't even know if that one did very well. Like, I have some old videos that have aged like fine wine. Like, all my old class guides, the biggest one being my first video ever is still one of my biggest. The Pathfinder 2nd edition character creation. That is up to 80,000 views. That one's got like a nice curve to it. But otherwise, oh no, that one did do really good. The Pathfinder 2nd Edition Beginner's Guide to Actions is at 20,000 views, so that one's still doing well. Okay. But yeah, some of these just did not do anything just because the algorithm never picked them up. It's a little weird sometimes what they do and don't decide to pick up. What was that? What did I just see? Jeez, Ogre Poker! Oh my god! You're throwing so much money at me! $20 for 20 people leaving. Thank you, Ogre Poker. That's very generous of you. Didn't you donate 20 earlier? Like, literally 20? My god, that's $40! That's $20 twice! Also $10 4 times, or $5 8 times! That's a lot of money! Thank you so much. Pro Zethos, thank you for a $10 super chat. I really feel like there's not a lot of content online for build concepts in 2e, and it's ironic since build diversity is a big draw of Pathfinder. True. I think part of the... What happened to my overlay? Are we good? No, we're good. I think that's true. A lot of people are still treating Pathfinder 2e like it's a new game. A lot of people are just echoing what people have been saying for 2 years now. Oh, the character choices. Oh, the action economy. Oh, the number scaling. Like, that's all been said and done into the ground. People aren't really giving examples, so I'm trying to discover how I put the money towards a more interesting chair. Hey, chair streams are great. So I don't know what the correct course of action is for Pathfinder YouTube. I have a lot of different ideas, but I don't know which to pursue. My original idea that I'm starting to somewhat second guess was that I was going to start tackling exactly that. I was going to tackle build guides. I don't know if y'all ever saw, it was like over a year ago, my fighter build guide video. That one did pretty well. It went over all the different builds of fighter and what they're good at, what they're bad at. You know, sword and board, duelist, archery, dual wielding, great weapon. And I was going to do that with the rest of the classes, but I'm not so sure. The other idea I've also had, which could help with, honestly, the channel's growth if they do well, would be kind of taking after Tulok the Barbarian and using Pathfinder 2e's expanded rule set to make pop culture characters in the system. I've had multiple people asking about that. And, you know, especially if I did some modern stuff, you know, if I did some Witcher characters, some things from Rings of Power, Game of Thrones, whatever. Oh, that was the one you're talking about. Yeah, I like that video as well, Pro Zethos. I'm really proud of that video. So I don't know, like that idea. What kind of stuff do you want to be made for Pathfinder? That's so hard, because whenever I'm not working or playing, I don't even want to think about Pathfinder. Like, it's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just that I spend 8 hours a day or more thinking about it. And with my 2 or 3 Pathfinder campaigns a week, that's an extra 4 hours on those days. I don't look at Pathfinder in my spare time. Storytime videos. Oh, I've tried storytime videos. They fall so flat because the game can't, the algorithm can't tell they're Pathfinder. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on how to build a spear shield fighter that is actually good. You'd probably just build sword and board, but instead of a sword, you use a spear. I have a player who makes every character based on pop culture characters, so I know that player would enjoy it. How would you fix the War Priest? Probably better armor proficiency. I understand keeping them a little bit behind martial characters in weapon accuracy, because they have access to things like heroism, but overall, it's fine. They can cast so many spells. Thank you for subbing, guys. I would love to see a Critical Role style animated series with the 2e iconics. That's, oh my god. Like Amiri, Valeros, and Ezrin just going around doing stuff. I would watch the hell out of that. If Pathfinder made a show, which AP should they follow? Ooh, I would love to see Abomination Vaults. Maybe it would get too repetitive for a show, so no, Strength of Thousands would probably be better. Strength of Thousands is very anime. That or Fist of the Ruby Phoenix. One of those two. Do you think the travel book is a good reference tool for DMs? I think it's invaluable. I think if you're a DM looking for inspiration on what to add to your game, you cannot do better than the travel guide. Yo, McFadden with another $5. Thank you so much. Do you think there's enough space/demand in Pathfinder YouTube community for more comedy stuff like Gust? I know for a fact there is. The hard part is trying to build an audience for it and crack the YouTube algorithm. The reason I know this is because my #1 video of all time is a comedy skit. It's my Pathfinder classes in a nutshell video. That is my most popular video of all time. And it's hard because comedy skits, until you reach a certain size, are so hit or miss. Because there's so little content for the algorithm to glean that it can't tell as well what you're actually selling, if that makes sense. You know, in my videos, you know, I'll say Pathfinder 30 times, and the algorithm does take what you say into account. So a channel like Gust, where they basically just throw up memes and some text regarding Pathfinder mechanics, the algorithm has nothing to work off of in order to grow that channel. The people who find it understand it, and it's hilarious. But it's so hard to find. Will you update the nutshell video with the new classes? I've thought about it, but I don't know. There's not enough new classes. I guess there's about an equal amount. No, because I made that after the APG. So no, I made that when there was 16 classes. 14? 16? I think there's only been 6 new classes since then. Yeah, so it would be such a short video, it wouldn't be worth making. How do I get some of my D&D friends to try Pathfinder 2E? You ask once, and if they say they're not interested, you shrug your shoulders and say, alright, that's too bad. Then you move on. And you probably don't play with them. It sucks, but if you annoy them, it'll just get worse. Managed to catch the live. Let's go, Hector! Welcome. Archetypes in a nutshell? I've thought about that as well, but the reason class in a nutshell works so well is because everybody knows what a fighter does. Everybody knows what a monk does. Everyone knows what a wizard does. Not everyone knows what an archaeologist does in context of Pathfinder 2E. So that video, because you need more... Comedy works when you don't need a lot of prior knowledge. There's a bonus to it if you can make layered comedy that lets the common folk laugh and the knowledgeable folk laugh at hidden jokes within. That's what Shakespeare did. That's why Shakespeare was so successful. He was able to appeal to every single denominator of person. I'm not that writer, you know? I'm really good at making one sentence that goes, haha, funny. But beyond that, I would not be able to write something for the archaeologist that is funny to the average person in a way that also makes sense with the archetype in the system. It gets too deep for me. Any spicy hot takes on Baldur's Gate 3? It shouldn't be full price for early access. I still haven't bought it. I'm waiting until it actually comes out. Searching for PF2 content is absolute hell on YouTube. Yep. Yeah. No, and it sucks, because, like, let me see. If I look up Pathfinder 2E right now on YouTube... let me go on Incognito. Incognito, YouTube, Pathfinder 2E. We got Taking 20, Knights of Last Call, How It's Played, and me. Cool. Tabletop Bro from a year ago, Puffin Forest 2 years ago, Knights of the Last Call from a year ago, then Icarus Games from 3 weeks ago, which is the most recent one I've seen so far. Narrative Declaration, who's apparently doing really well. Who are you? Who are you, Narrative Declaration? Making some shorts. Okay, they just post little moments from their campaigns. That's cute. And then Rules Lawyer, but that's people also watched. Like, it's tough. It's mostly, yeah, of these top results, not counting the people also watched. That is 1, 2, 3. 3 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 of the 7 channels it shows aren't even Pathfinder channels. The only ones that are Pathfinder channels are me, Narrative Declaration. I should be counting Icarus Games. Icarus has become a Pathfinder channel. But yeah, it's tough. And then it's pretty much just me and Rules Lawyer. And then occasionally How It's Played. That's almost it. Like, Rules Lawyer, me, Oh, there's Pathfinders. There's Pathfinders. Rules Lawyer, me. Rules Lawyer, How It's Played, Bad Luck Gamer. And then Zach Hall, who posted a video 4 hours ago. Interesting. Doing some Pathfinder stuff, doing some Wrath of the Righteous. All right, cool. But yeah. What video editing software do you recommend? It's hard to say. I recommend Adobe Premiere, but it's very complicated if you've never edited before. What's funny is the Pai-zo channel never shows up. Pai-zo never shows up. Yeah, if you look up Pathfinder 2e, you'll never find Pai-zo. Do Starfinder videos perform poorly for you? They don't do great. The first one did, but I think that was a gimmick. I think the reason my first Starfinder video did so well is because it was about my first experience with Starfinder, and people were like, oh, even if I don't know Starfinder, this will be fun to listen to. And then I made the Solarian class guide as sort of a test, and it flopped hard, really hard. It is a below average video, which is brutal. Pai-zo doesn't focus too hard on their YouTube. It's unfortunate, but yeah, their YouTube is pretty much just for announcements. Yeah, gotta go to Donuts and Dragons. Hey, I've been there, Ogre Poker. That's where I interviewed Eric Mona. I interviewed him there in Indianapolis. It was awesome. What do you think of scaling cantrips? I love them. I love that cantrip scale. I hate games where cantrips don't scale. The fact that my level 9 wizard in D&D 3.5 deals 1d3 damage with Ray of Frost sucks. Hi, I'm not making a musical theme for my character. He's a puppet thaumaturge. That's adorable. Oh my god. I love, like, a hand puppet almost. I didn't even know you made a Solarian class guide. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. There are so many people. So let me give you all a YouTube lesson right now. An interesting little YouTube lesson. I think it's something like 90 to 95% of people don't use their subscriptions tab. Straight up. Because YouTube's default is the home page, 9 times out of 10, the people you're subscribed to are going to get recommended to your homepage. You know, the more you watch Markiplier, the more Markiplier videos are going to show up on your homepage. What happens here is you get used to it. And then, for one reason or another, you go two months. You go 2 months, maybe even less. We'll say a month. You go 1 month without watching a specific channel. Since you have not watched that channel in a month, the YouTube recommended algorithm no longer thinks you are interested in that channel. It'll still be on your subscriptions page, but you're so used to seeing it on your homepage, you won't even think to check it. You'll just think, oh, they haven't uploaded in a while. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, I only use subscription page if I feel like I got garbage. Absolutely. It sucks. Gonna go check the Solarian guide right now. Let's go. Subscription page is useless. I'm subscribed for the algorithm. That's what the notification bell is for. Yeah, but no one actually uses the notification bell. Does that mean you could never take an extended vacation? I can, but I have to work for it. Otherwise, it hurts. If I don't work basically double time to get videos uploaded ahead of time, the algorithm will forget me. Legitimately. Because I haven't posted anything in 2 weeks, people won't have watched me in 2 weeks, and thus the algorithm won't recommend me to those people. So if I want to take a 2-week vacation, I need to record 2 weeks of content ahead of time and schedule it to go up. Yeah. No, a very, very famous statement is by Chugga Conroy years ago, like 6 years ago. He said, YouTube doesn't give vacations. YouTube does not give time off. And if you get hit by a car, if you come down with a serious illness, YouTube doesn't care. YouTube's not a person. YouTube's a robot that wants to make money off the people watching your videos. If your channel is not making YouTube money, YouTube doesn't care about your channel. It's rough. I mean, it's really rough. Am I full-time YouTube? Yes, I've been blessed enough that I get a lot more views for my size than I should. You know, a lot of people my size I think the average is you get like 10% of your subscribers and views on average. I've been lucky to keep that percentage much higher. I'm usually, but after like a week or two of a video being live, it usually reaches about 10,000 views. Lately, it's been a little rougher, but I've been lucky enough, especially since a lot of my content is long form, and people tend to watch most of it. I have a decent retention. I get decent ad revenue, plus the support of everyone on Patreon and soon to be hopefully YouTube members have been able to let me make enough. I'm not making a lot, but I'm making enough to pay my rent, you know, have a car, pay some bills, and treat myself occasionally. But yeah. I'm late, but am I super late or just regular late? You're as late as you need to be, Pehota. A bad robot. YouTube cares about numbers. Exactly. YouTubers have the early access of being managed by an AI. As a consumer, I've been bitten by the crappy algorithm when someone tries new content I don't want to watch, and then a month later I miss their stuff I do want to watch. Yeah, absolutely. That's why it's so risky to try something new. Like, the week before this one, when I did nothing but post shorts as an experiment, I was terrified, because those shorts got no views. I was having a week-long anxiety attack, starting not this past Tuesday, but the Tuesday before. When I was posting shorts and they were getting no views, I'm like, this is it. This is the end of my channel. And then, luckily, I posted that video on Monday, the underrated subclasses, and that one did well. It's not astronomical or anything. In fact, it's still lower than my average was about 2 or 3 months ago. But it's doing good. Watch every single one of them. Let's go, Otanda. How much do you love your girlfriend? Is that a question? I see you, baby. I don't know. I was wondering if you had any idea on how to go around building a tanky druid. Medium armor with a shield. What order would you want? Probably animal order for an animal companion. Shape-shifting will never get you tanky because you don't get extra hit. You get like a few temporary hit points, but your AC will usually go down. A medium armor druid with a shield and an animal companion is probably the way to go. Let's see. Am I hearing you? Sorry, yeah. It's almost been like a what's the word I'm looking for? Has the chat been blank over there for this entire time? Yes, I have been shuffling a deck of cards. It's been my fidget lately. Like ever since that anxious week I had like 2 weeks ago, it's been like nonstop. I've been doing this like 8 hours a day. Sorry. Let's see. Me and my group are trying D&D 5e for the first time after 3 years of Pathfinder 2e. Any advice? Don't get upset that things are simpler. Just embrace it. Focus on the roleplay. Just when you're not shuffling Magic the Gathering cards. I don't have the money to buy trading cards. What do you think I am? Making a livable wage? Action economy on the druid would be funky. Shield, command animal, no room for spell. True. That would be tough. Let's see. Do you have any favorite dual class concepts? Champion and anything. Anything plus champion is broken. Do you create any settlements on the fly in your campaigns? If so, how? It's so hard to explain because it's just over a decade of improv experience coming to light. Where I'm like, okay, where are they? They're in the middle of Taldor, which is like a temperate region with nice foliage and plains and forests. Okay, maybe they'll come across a lumbering village where they're like all about cutting down trees and shipping the wood out elsewhere. Because of that, they probably don't have a super strong infrastructure in and of themselves because they're just there to ship wood. So it's probably a low to middle class settlement. What kind of government does it have? Well, if it's small and it's mostly mercantile just off of its trade, it probably has like a mayor. And that's about it. So we know there's a mayor. There's probably like a small city hall. There's going to be the actual lumberjack center where they actually cut the wood and prepare it for transport. It's going to have a place for wagons. As for shopping, there can't be too much. There's probably going to be a restaurant or two, if any, if this is not just a place where people cook. There's enough living quarters for probably the people there. Maybe one of these people's houses is also an inn, because if it's a mercantile town, it probably doesn't get many visitors. So they probably have like 2 or 3 rooms for rent with very limited options. Probably don't have any kind of a blacksmith. You know, the blacksmith in town, if anything, will be there to make like lumberjack equipment, like saws and hatchets and whatnot. They're not going to make armor or weaponry. There's probably no magic shop. There's probably no alchemist unless like there happens to be someone who does it as a hobby. So maybe they'll have a limited selection. And that's sort of sorry. That example went way longer than I expected to. But yeah, that's sort of it. Is I just kind of roll from point A to B to C to D, and I spiderweb, but everything I come up with is related to the previous thing I came up with. Cards are a great idea, Mary. I don't have anything else. Honestly, fidget spinners are okay. They're not quite good for me. Cards are the one that I love, but they also suck. I love fidgeting with cards because they're auditory. But I know that pisses everybody else off. Yeah, Hector, the Travel Guide's amazing. Travel Guide is a fantastic book. It's not going to give you anything mechanical, but if you're looking for inspiration and lore, it's perfect. Favorite bard muse? None of them. I hate Pathfinder bards. Blade Alley champions are fun. I've always wanted to ask if you were aware your name and Gmail are visible as a watermark. Yes, and I don't really care, because I don't use that email for much of anything beyond just those books. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, my business email is not attached to anything of my channel. It's entirely separate. So yeah, no, I'm not worried about being DDoSed off that one email. Sag. Which region of Golarion would you like to live in as an adventurer? I love the idea of Kadira, but I bet it's miserable to live in the desert. Mwangi Expanse, you're just gonna die if you go outside. There's so much, like, lethal stuff in those jungles. Probably... You know, it's gonna sound weird. Probably Cheliax. I am a goody two-shoes. I often follow the law. I think the harsh fist of the Hellnights keeping me safe would let me sleep at night. Especially if I'm just who I am in this world, being stuck in Golarion. Being protected by the Hellnights would make me feel safe and comfortable. Favorite published setting other than Golarion? Probably just the Forgotten Realms. I like the Sword Coast a lot. Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, and all of them are really fun. Do you think Pai-zo should do Starfinder with PF2 rules? Nah, they'll just do Starfinder 2E. Maybe. I don't even know if they will do Starfinder 2E. It's tough, because Starfinder is not a huge product. And a lot of their resources go into Starfinder, so it's tough to say whether it'll be worth it or not. What would be a good starting armor and ranged weapon for a new ranger? It would depend on your subclass there, Kat. If you're playing Pathfinder 2E, flurry any 2 weapons that are light, like daggers, short swords, anything like that. If you're precision, like 1 big weapon, like a great sword or a crossbow or something. If you're outwit, really anything goes. For armor, if you're dexterity focused, something light. If you're strength focused, something medium. And that's why Cheliax has normal people in it. Didn't I already answer that, Nemo? Favorite dual class concepts? Didn't I already say? Oh yeah, anything with champion. Yeah, champion plus anything is just broken. What's your favorite faction? I don't know them all well enough. I like the Hellnights. I think they're cool. Shout out to Mythkeeper. I'll have to look them up. What do you think you'd do different if you could make whatever videos you wanted regardless of view counts? Oh boy. It would be a little all over the place. I definitely struggle to focus on the same thing for an extended period of time. There would probably be Let's Plays. There would probably be playthroughs of video games on the channel if I knew it wouldn't tank my metrics. That's something I've wanted to do for like my entire life. I love video games and I love sharing them with people, but I know that they would just fail miserably because most of my audience on this channel do not care about video games. Otherwise, it would probably be a lot of like character build creations. It would be I would still talk about the new releases because that's just fun. And it'd be a lot more skits. It'd be a lot more comedy skits if I knew they would get enough views to be worth it. Yeah. Who's your Hololive waifu? I have a girlfriend. Tsukiyomi, is there any way to build a Death Knight character? Death Knight? If you can use one of the evil champions, you could probably get away with it. Maybe take like a wizard subclass. Outwit Dwarven Ranger with Clan Dagger plus whatever you want in the main hand. Yeah. What class have you not played but want to? Ooh. Probably Rogue. I really want to play a Rogue. And I think I will be in Kingmaker. So I'm excited for that, because I'm looking forward to that. Death Knight would definitely be Magus. You think so? Make a gamer channel. Return of Game Boyer 721. I don't even know how many people in this chat know what Game Boyer 721 means. Weird spell name contest. Are you Team Horizon Thunderspear or Team Inner Radiance Torrent? I don't know what the second one is, so I'll go with Horizon Thunderspear because it's the Kamehameha. Skeleton Fighter with Hellnight equals Death Knight. If you had to build one pop culture character, who would you choose? For fun, right now I would probably choose Samus. For views, I would probably choose Galadriel from Rings of Power. Just because I think that's in the media right now, I think that would get better views. Even if you have a GF, you might have a waifu. Yeah, and her name is Baymiri. The ancient texts. You get isekai'd into Golarion as a halfling. What is the name of my dog mount? Mint. Because I'm currently playing a halfling champion cavalier with a riding dog named Mint. That's true. In Warcraft, they do all their attacks through the magic. That's right. Yeah. This guy ended up getting a lot, like, really focused on YouTube. I didn't expect... Oh my god, wait. McFadden, when did you send... 21 minutes ago? Oh. No, never mind. I answered that one. And there, you can see my lack of focus. It's been rough. God, I literally answered that 20 minutes ago and I forgot. Holy cow. Oh man, it has been a rough time in my brain lately. The storm has not been ceasing. Are you streaming some of the games or are they private? No, all my games are private. One of them is public. It's on Four Corners Games. We're playing through Fall of Plaguestone. That one's been fun. That's where I'm playing the Halfling Champion Cavalier. But yeah, I don't like doing live play for streams. It adds tension, it adds stress. The setup is even worse. If you lose anyone's audio, it feels horrible. And for me, running games is already stressful enough. It's a good stress, don't get me wrong. It's performance stress, which I really enjoy. But overall, the stress of doing an actual play takes away so much fun of the game. And talking about the game for a living is already kind of tough, as even when I'm playing, I'm still constantly thinking about work. And oh my god, the amount of a rules lawyer this job has turned me into is brutal. I hate it. I have to actively bite my tongue to not correct people because I don't want to be that guy. And when you know most of the rules by heart, it's so hard not to correct them. Whoa! Alex! Whoa! Thank you for the $50! Holy cow! Computer, you gonna... Thank you. Oh my god! Just wanted to say I love watching your stuff since I don't get to play PF2 nearly enough. Also, I'd personally love watching some Let's Plays from you. Thank you, Alex. That means so much. Holy cow. Jeez. Get some love in the chat for Alex there. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'd love to do some Let's Plays. It's just tough, like, because I know I would not be able to live on them. So, here's a little thing that some of you might remember. Like, some of you very, very possibly might remember, but maybe not. I have... Let me see. Can I find the other channel? I can switch to that account. I have a second channel. I posted 2 videos to it before I lost the ability to keep up with it. I have a channel. I have a gameplay channel that I would love to get back into. Like, I would love to play video games on this channel. I got my friend Rai to make the custom artwork for it. I love the banner. And it's something I would love to get back to. But man, the time commitment on top of 3 videos a week is just rough. Like people think like making gaming videos is easy, and it's less directly labor intensive, but it takes a lot of time. You know, if you're gonna, especially in modern day YouTube, your videos need to be, in the gaming sphere, your video better be longer than 30 minutes. Otherwise, it's not going to get the watch time it needs to exist. So, if I want to make a 30-minute interesting video, I'm going to need 2 hours of content to cut down, because you also can't just play the game anymore. You need to do something special. You need to either be very charismatic, and even if you are very charismatic, you have to cut out the dead air. You have to cut out anything that is not important or funny. So to get 30 minutes of footage that is both funny and important, it's going to be like 2 hours of raw footage. It's brutal. Yo, what's up, Alkai? Does the gaming channel count as lost media? No, it's just dead for right now. It's just sleeping. It might come back someday. But I don't know when. I would love to. I would really love to. It's just finding the energy and the time. You'd have to have an ADHD coach just to keep you organized to manage most. Right? Seriously. A Let's GM live stream would be great. Voting on encounter populations or rewards, or how many doors are mimics. Everyone would just vote for every door to be a mimic. No, thank you, Mary. That means a lot. I remember hearing that gaming channels use 20 to 30% of the footage they record. If that. Honestly, if that. It's insane. I wish I could check, because I posted the 2 No Man's Sky videos that I was super, super proud of. I loved those videos. Like, I thought they were funny. I loved the editing. I had a blast playing and recording that. And it was a solid, like, a good chunk of people came over, and that was back when I had, like, 10,000 subs, so it's possible if I did it again, we could get even more crossover. Who knows? It's a lot. I'm already in the middle of so much. I'm in the middle of revamping my Patreon. We just updated the YouTube memberships, or we just activated them. I'm trying to manage my personal life. I'm trying to manage that. My parents are moving in a month, and I need to help with that. It's a lot. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could spec flurry? All right. That was a really good twist. Is there anything you think oned&d would benefit greatly from in terms of adopting PF2 rules? I think it's its own game. Like, sure, the easy answer would be like, oh, action economy, but then it's just PF2. Then it's just the same as PF2. No, I think it's fine that it's its own game. Maybe class-specific feats would be cool. That's about it. Treasures and rewards for players. That's a tough one. That's a tough video to make. Everyone gives treasure out differently. A lot of people just give out whatever it's listed in the adventure path. 9 times out of 10, I just give gold. Because it's kind of like, I could give my players a +2 flaming longsword, but I would feel like they'd rather get their own weapon. Maybe they don't want a flaming longsword, so I'll just give them the 2,000 gold pieces, and next time they go back to a major city, they can buy whatever gear they want. And I think that's a lot more rewarding as a player, is to get to buy your equipment rather than just being given random stuff. You hear cards? Yeah, no, this entire stream, Olerdell, I've just been going. How would you run set items with a set bonus? I would say don't overcomplicate it, because there's already so much going on, but maybe make a ring, a weapon, and an armor that are in a 3-piece set. And if you have 2 of them, they're both +1. If you have all 3, they're all +2, and the ring does something. Otherwise, you could just have classic just effects, like you are permanently affected by the shield spell or something like that. Could be cool. Yeah, like I think that would be a cool way to do a set bonus, is you are permanently affected by this effect while you are wearing the entire set. I don't have much faith in oned&d. I do. I think it'll be fine. I think it's going to do really, really well. I think people are going to complain about it, and then people are going to play it anyway. And then 5 years down the line, people will be like, of course we're not complaining. This is D&D. We're playing D&D because we like D&D. This is D&D. How to defeat a lesser death with a greater life. Duh. Sorry, I'm getting really tired. We'll wrap up here pretty soon. I've been too lazy to even turn the music back on. Favorite pack of cards? These ones lately. These just they're just bicycle. But I like the pattern. What I don't like them for playing, because the colors are way too similar. This is a red and a black card. Like the colors on these cards. This is red and black. They're so similar. But they just have a really nice tactile feel to them. Any tips finding online games? Unfortunately, no. I've never had to find an online game. I've always played with personal friends. But I know there's Reddits for it, and if you follow the link in the description to my Discord, there's a looking for group channel if you want to look there. I have hope for it, and it seems pretty cool. I just hope it doesn't become exclusively streaming on their online TTRPG option. That would be... Oh boy, yeah, if you're forced to use their virtual tabletop, that'll be dumb. Shout out your Patreon so we can subscribe. Honestly, if you're going to pledge to something, pledge to the YouTube membership down below. Hit the join button, become a member, sponsor the channel. I'm going to be putting a lot more focus on that just because it's a lot simpler. It's a little bit worse of a pay split with YouTube than with Patreon. But overall, YouTube is so much more easily integrated, and I can start doing a lot more tangible rewards and stuff with it. Like, I have the option to release members-only videos and stuff like that, which I couldn't do with Patreon. Thoughts about running games? That is such a broad question. I do run games. I enjoy running games. Yes. Which PF2 AP do you think would fit well into a CRPG? I think Strength of Thousands would be amazing. I think Strength of Thousands would be perfect. It would have a built-in tutorial that would feel natural. It would be great. I played D&D and bought the books from 2E to 4E, but after the PHB, I never bought another book. 5E is so not my thing. Yeah, for a lot of people. It was too simplified, and that's totally understandable. A lot of people didn't like the simplification, but a lot more people did, so that's where the money is. What do you think about giving players some broken items like a deck of many things? Be prepared to just know what you're signing up for, you know? Know that you could destroy the entire campaign in one session. If you're okay with that, cool. Have fun. Otherwise, no. I think balance is overrated. I think a game, at its core design, needs to be balanced, but your table does not need to care about balance whatsoever. You're not competing. You're not trying to be better than everyone else at the table. Throw balance out the window. Who cares? Personally. Thoughts about TTRPGs? They're okay. I don't think I'd ever make a job out of them. Your treasure policy is the same as my mom's Christmas gift policy? Money. Money is the best gift. What are your thoughts on running games whilst running? Ew, running? I haven't even gotten out of this chair in 2 years. I sleep here. I eat here. Whenever I get food delivered, they just come up, open my door, and give me the pizza. Like, below my shoulder line. Like, my body just goes... I'm actually part of the chair now. I have a personal problem. Delved into packets and contracts with devils and demons, and now I can't help to corrupt my players each time. Contracts with devils are so fun. Devils are so cool. How do you balance planning versus improv? I'm the wrong person to ask because I improvise everything. Yo, wait, Zach Hall. Are you the person that we were just looking at? I was just looking at the YouTube channel. Zach Hall 2E. Yeah, you are. We were just looking at your channel like 20 minutes ago. Like, we didn't watch any of the videos, but we were just looking at Pathfinder YouTube channels. Y'all, now's your chance. Click Zach's name and subscribe. I don't even know if it's good quality content. I've never watched it, but it's Pathfinder, so go subscribe. His toilet is literally just off camera. Exactly. We've seen you take bathroom breaks. That's called an illusion. You've just thought you did. It's perfectly mid. Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. Holy cow. I usually plan a general outline on a few hooks per session and then improv the rest. That's about where I'm at. Like 2 sentences and then I go. I can vouch for Zach's videos. Let's go. You got that Zeke vouch. That's worth something. That's worth like a McDouble or something. Yeah, I teleport. I don't move. Oh my god. What time is it? What are we looking at? It's 4:30. Oh, do I call it a stream? Does anyone have any last minute questions? What? That's not a... Okay, I guess it is a question, Corey. Jeez. My god. If you had to play a summoner, what would your Eidolon be, and how would you design it? Let me look at the list of Eidolons again. I have not theory-crafted a summoner since it released. Summoner Eidolons. Holy cow. Thank you so much for the $50, man. Thank you. Do I like Warhammer? I've never played it. I want to try it. I would play it digitally. I would never play it physically. Angel, Phantom, Beast, Construct, Demon, Phantom, Dragon, Fae, Plant. Ooh, I do remember really liking the Plant Eidolon. Plant Eidolon was super cool. My God, Corey, you freaking too generous. Thank you. The was it the Guardian Plant that I liked? A little more. Why is he Guardian? Okay, he's just Strength-based. Yeah, the Guardian Plant with the Tendril Strike. Yeah, with 5 feet of reach. Has Disarm, Shove, and Trip. Which, actually... Hold on. What's the point? It has a 1-action strike that gives it reach. Like... Plant Eidolon is easy to break late game as it gets mass AoE unarmed attacks. That's amazing. So wait, it has Tendril Strike, which is 5 foot reach. But then at level 7, all of its attacks just gain... increasing... Okay, the Tendril Strike increases reach by 5 feet, whereas Growing Vines is just 5 feet of reach. Okay, interesting. Yeah, no, I love the Plant Eidolon. Plant Eidolon's cool. I love a primal summoner. And I just like plants. Plants are underutilized. Summon Plant and Animal is one of my favorite spells just for Summon Plant. Just want to say thanks. Your videos have been a huge help. The only things I've been going off have been the core rulebook and Path Builder. That's awesome, William. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Hope you're enjoying the game. Best idea to make players gather up and think of a date to play Pathfinder by their own volition. I can't help you. We just say we'll play on Friday, and then Friday comes up and someone says I have a tummy ache and we cancel. What would your plant look like? I'm gonna go with... So it has to have tendrils, so it has to have vines. Oh, I would go with a grapevine. Like, it's like a walking vineyard. Like, my character would make wine out of his Eidolon's grapes. And so he would be a walking vineyard. His name... My character's name... He's gonna be a human male, about 60 years old. And his name is Walker Vineyard. WALKER VINYARD. Just Walker Vineyard. With his walking vineyard. Oh, that would be really fun. Oh, no. Wait, Corey, you're making me want to play this instead of my rogue for Kingmaker. I love it. Oh, boy. Holy cow. The drunken monk archetype. Do you think that your core service is enthusiasm for PF2? I think my core service is enthusiasm and charisma. I know it sounds like weirdly like self-braggy to say, but I do think it's something I offer. I think I offer a charisma to speak, utilizing my years of training as an actor, to keep talking, talk with a certain enunciation that you can understand what I'm saying, speaking at an adequate pace that I speak fast enough without being overwhelming or too slow, and all while covering something that I am enthusiastic about. That's why I will never make content about something I am not interested in. If I made content about something I don't care about, it will show. My charisma can only go so far, so mixed with my enthusiasm, it adds something unique to the table, which sort of tells people why they should watch me in particular. Every YouTube channel needs a sort of like why should they watch, and so I guess that's mine. Vinny walking. Vinny! Sup, what'd you miss, Ruby Tiger? A lot. You missed a lot. It was my plan all along to make you appreciate the Summoner class. I just wish I could be a fighter or something with the Eidolon. I want the Eidolon. I don't want the spell casting. I wish I could trade away the spell casting for something else, like a class archetype of summoner that trades spell casting for normal martial proficiency progression. Like, instead of getting their spell slots, the summoner just gets like level 5 expert and level 13 master. That'd be great. Multiclassing into Summoner gives you Eidolon? Yeah, but it's a crappy Eidolon. It's literally weaker than a level 1 Eidolon. It's garbage. What's your least favorite subclass for all... That is a long question. That's a video in the future, Ruby Tiger. But thank you for the video idea. Too late to put the Martial Summoner in Sinclair's? Yeah, unfortunately Sinclair's has already been decided. That'd be fun, though. Like I don't think I would need to give them martial weapon proficiency, but like with simple weapons, give them expert at 5 and master at 13. Because right now they get expert at... God, they get expert proficiency in weapons at level 11. Sounds like you want a Beastmaster. Yes, but without a beast. I want it with an Eidolon. Oh, boy. Any tips on describing what chaotic damage looks like, such as damage Proteans do? I guess I'd imagine like a dark red lightning, almost like a force lightning. I know it can be considered evil, but I always think of lightning is the embodiment of chaos. It is unpredictable. Oh, man. Sinclair's been brought up, and I'm once more excited for the down but not out system. Yo, Last Stand is going to be tight. We're still in the middle of balancing it and trying to figure out exactly how we want it to work. We want to make sure Last Stand is interesting, but not something people look forward to. You know, it can't be so strong that someone goes down on purpose to get their Last Stand action. Oh, man. Is there any mechanical point to playing a Storm Druid? It just feels like an elemental sorcerer gets far more spell slots. You get access to Druid feats. You get access to the Druid feats, the Druid progression, and features, which are slightly different. Because Order Explorer exists, you can take other orders. So you can be a Storm Druid with an animal companion and stuff like that. So there's differences, for sure. What's the Last Stand system? You'll just have to wait and find out there, Valhalla. But TLDR, it's when you drop to 0 hit points, before you fully fall unconscious, you actually get to do something. So you're not just, 0 hit points, I don't get to play anymore. Oh, man. All right. I think I need to call it there. As usual, I've been talking way too fast, way too loud for way too long, even though it's only been an hour and a half. I don't know how my voice dies this fast. But I think I'm going to go chill, and then I'm going to take the girlfriend on a lovely date tonight, thanks to your incredibly generous donation. So thank you all very much. We're going to go to Applebee's and enjoy some spooky October beverages. So I'm sorry for his last. I'm sorry. I honestly am surprised how little time it's actually been. It felt like that was more than 2 hours. But all right. Thanks, y'all. You're amazing. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you to everyone who donated. Thank you to everyone who pledged as a member. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the join button below the stream. Memberships are super cool. We're going to be doing a monthly members-only live stream, which should be a lot of fun. It's going to be a nice little just sort of cozy event where there's only going to be so many people there. It's a good way to get just more, one-on-one time with the celebrity. It's going to be a blast. But thanks for your questions. Thanks for chilling. I hope y'all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on Monday for the next video. Au revoir! Don't forget to like the stream and stuff, and whatever else happens in this thing.